Dear mate, you all right?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. Appreciate your time.
No, thank
We'll
you
kick
for your
off
time,
now.
man.
So we've just got a couple of outlets that want to have a few words with you. So firstly, we'll start with Jonathan Nagyoff from Pro Boxing Fans.
Perfect.
Thanks, Dan. Hey, Cyrus, how you doing?
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, very good, thanks. A few days away now from making your professional debut. Any nerves? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really excited, to be honest with you. The butterflies haven't started yet, but normally when you get in around the venue or maybe beforehand for the weigh-in and stuff, you start to get them little butterflies, but they turn to lions, don't they? So,
you from what I've read, you had a standout amateur career, competed at the WSB. Can you just talk to us a bit about your amateur career and what was your standout moment?
I progressed really fast from the ABA, so I got on a JB podium squad within 3 months, and then I think it was only a few months after that I was going to an Olympic qualifier. That was only, sorry mate, I think, yeah. So within 3 months I was on the podium squad, and within a few months after that I was at an Olympic qualifier, which I was only one fight away from qualifying for Rio. So it kind of moved fast. I was thrown in the deep end very early. I think I've nearly had probably 50% of my fights have been international. So from an early start, I had to learn to compete and mix with the best, and I think that's going to show on Saturday.
Did you mix with any notable names that are now professional or coming through?
Yeah. I beat Fitzgerald in the ABAs, beat Solomon Sissoko in Box Guy. I beat, I think his name is, if I pronounce it correctly, Arijak Marutijan. He's a German. I think he stopped or he beat Fred Evans. So there's been a few notable wins, definitely.
What was the decision to now turn professional? Was the Olympics in Tokyo an option, or was it a case of the uncertainty with that made you turn pro now?
To be honest, I think because it was me and Josh Kelly were kind of battling it out for the Rio spot. He managed to get to go to the last qualifier and qualify, and then I was in pole position from, I think it was just before the Australian Gold Coast Commonwealth Games, which where Pat McCormack stepped up to the plate. Obviously, he was on fine form and he has been ever since, and so he's took pole position. So it was around about that time, I think it was 2018, when I started preparing, started thinking about the next step. I was in my eyes, I was still pushing for the Tokyo spot, but was preparing for plan B, sorry. But over the last maybe year, I think it was a year ago, I started being in talks with my manager, Charlie Sims, and thinking about where we're going to go from here. And then obviously when they took the last qualifier away, then that was out of my hands as well. So then I've went and stuck it out as far as I could.
What style are you planning on bringing to the professional game? What can we expect on Saturday?
I know it's a bit cliche, but I can box everywhere. Really, I can take the space away. I can use the space well. Obviously, being on GB, you're there for your boxing skills, aren't you? So I've got that amateur style of being able to box, but I can mix it and I can fight as well. So I'm prepared for the fight to go either way. I'm expecting him to come early on in the fight to be the aggressor, and I expect to end up being an aggressor towards the end of the fight, to cut him down, hurt him when he gets tired, and we'll push on from there.
And just lastly, when we've seen sort of guys from Newcastle, very proud people of their city, and you've got Lewis Ritson and Joe Laws, April Hunt's also on the bill. What does being from the city mean to you, and is the eventual dream, like most, to have that big night at St James's one day?
St James's would be amazing. I'm originally from north of Newcastle, so I'm a bit more of a small town boy with big city dreams, to be honest with you. But Newcastle's always had a fantastic atmosphere for boxing. The people, obviously working class people, always get behind any type of sports team or sports player, and I'm expecting a great atmosphere on Saturday night. So it's always been a dream of mine.
Good luck, Cyrus. Look forward to it.
Thank you very much, mate. Take care. Thank you for your time.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Jonathan. If you go to Ames next, please.
Ames here from Boxing YouTube. Pleasure to meet you, Cyrus. How's life treating you?
Pleasure to meet you, Ames. I'm all right, thank you. Just getting ready for Saturday.
Good to hear. I just want to take me to, you were quite sought after by a number of people. Why Eddie Hearn? What made you sign on the dotted line with Eddie?
To be honest, I feel that just because obviously with us having the history with Sky Sports, a lot of my friends that are professional fighters, they're in contracts with Eddie, and I always hear good things. So that's always been a massive influence for me and a bargaining chip for myself.
Mm-hmm. 27 years of age. Are you looking to push on sooner as opposed to taking your time because of the time spent in the amateurs now?
Yeah, I mean, relatively fast. I don't want to get ahead of myself, and I'm just staying in my own lane, and I'm here to do my own thing. But we were offered a 4-round fight to take as a debut. We were asked for 6. We could have boxed an opponent that wasn't as lively or aggressive, but we've opted for a 6-4. So 6 fights, 1-4, with 2 knockouts. So I think that makes a statement in itself, and we'll see how we'll go from here.
I noticed as well on your Instagram, you put out a post, you called yourself a phoenix rising from the fire. Tell me about why you feel you are a phoenix coming from the fire.
To be honest, I feel like I'm falling back in love with boxing again a bit. Since I've left GB, I think it's the setup. The people were fantastic and stuff, and that was the thing that I missed the most about the setup. But it's like from being an employee to being almost self-employed, and that's kind of inspired and injected some enthusiasm and motivation back into us, because it's about myself now. It's not about everyone as a collective, and that's given us a lot of motivation and inspiration.
And I also saw a picture of you doing pads with a legend in the sport in the form of Sugar Ray Leonard. That's a moment captured in time for you, but can you tell me what happened in your interaction with Sugar Ray? Oh,
that was fantastic memory. It was actually a friend that was opening a gym down in Leeds that managed to be able to link us up, and he asked for me to go down as well. So I was very fortunate. He took us on the pads. I remember him trying to show us how to throw the body shot. I threw the body shot, and he caught it on the elbow. And I remember him just saying, "Not that hard," and if I was going to hit anyone with that sufficient power, then it was going to be a good night. So them things from, I think maybe he's my favourite fighter of all time. I respect the fact that he only turned pro to provide for his family. That was a massive thing for myself. And so that's definitely a lifeline moment.
You're at super welterweight. Could you tell me who do you rate as the best in the domestic scene?
Domestically, there's a lot of good fighters at super welterweight and welterweight. We haven't really got the intention of staying at super welterweight.
Okay.
We're looking to maybe come down to welterweight to 66-7, I think it is. But I mean, at super welterweight, I know Fitzgerald was done fantastically. Conor Ben's doing absolutely tremendous. So I'm fighting for the future. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Sorry, mate. Can you hear me now?
Hello, mate. Sorry, did you get that? Yeah. Well,
no worries. I'll just get my last question for you, and I'll let you go. I just want to get in your head about. I mean, you touched on it a little bit, but what are your motivations? What do you, as a fighter, fight for?
Most importantly, obviously, I want to be happy, and I think a few years ago, I kind of came to the realization when if you're doing whatever you're doing in life, you need to be happy doing it. It's not about achievements and stuff. It's about what fulfills you, what makes you happy. but obviously looking after myself and my family, for my future family. I want to be financially stable. I want to be in a good place. I want to be able to, don't want people to suffer around us. I want to be able to help and give back if I can. And I think these are the things that fulfill me and make me happy as a person. So that's always the goal.
I wish you all the best on Saturday night and in your career, Cyrus. Thank you for speaking to me.
Thank you for your time. Cheers, mate.
Morris.
Hi, mate. You're right.
How are you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Really looking forward to your pro debut. It's been a long time coming.
Thank you very much, Joe. It has been indeed.
How big of a risk do you think it is? Obviously, a lot of people in their pro debut, they almost fight. They will fight a journeyman because it's all about getting the sort of occasion out of the way. There's a lot of nerves there as well. The fact that you're fighting in a 6-rounder and against someone with a winning record as well, I think it shows you've got a lot of courage. But why is that you've chose to do it?
I just feel like, I've done 3 rounds for years. I've done five rounds numerous times in the WSB. I've sparred 6, 8, 10, 12 rounds at Burley. I just feel like sometimes in 4 rounds, it's hard to look good against an opponent, especially a journeyman. They know how to survive and tie you up, make you look messy. I think with a 6th rounder, you've got a little bit more time to break someone down. I trust my engine, my fitness, my strength. And I think as well, having an opponent that is coming, that will give us a go, that openings will create themselves, and I'll not need to go hunting for anything.
Do you think that's going to be a theme us fans are going to see a lot in your career? You always fighting the highest level of opposition that they're ready for at the time?
Hopefully. I do want to make progress quickly, but I know that I've got a good team and they're after my best interests at the end of the day, and I know that their decisions will cater and look after me. So, we'll just take care of one fight at a time, and Saturday we'll go from there after that.